Welcome back to another installment of Prorevenge, where, much like ice cream, revenge is best served cold. My favorite revenge stories always deal with relationships and exes, so let's just hop right into this story. Our story was posted by Bagels for Life. My mother finally got revenge on her abusive ex with his own paperwork. On my throwaway because my little brother knows my normal account, and I don't want him to see what we did. This all started several years ago, during my parents' divorce, but the revenge took place this November. Backstory. Growing up, my father was an emotionally abusive piece of poop, who got off of religious authority and controlling every aspect of our lives. We were kept so isolated and made to fear the police/CPS to the point where we thought it was normal. After I went off to college, my little brother came out as gay, and my father started beating him, unbeknownst to my mother and I. When my brother threatened to tell my mom about this, my father kicked the then 15-year-old out of the house. My mother was understandably horrified by this and tried to get my father to see sense, at which point he started hitting her. Long story somewhat short, I got my mom out and my little brother went to live with friends, and divorce proceedings were started. It was nasty. No one wanted to go to the police. Father was friends with the local small town cops. And thankfully, my butt-hat sperm donor agreed to a no-fault divorce. While my mom was cleaning out her stuff from the house under the watchful eye of her amazing co-workers, she found my father's discharge papers. This is where the plan started. You see, my father spent his entire 25-year marriage telling everyone that he was a Special Forces vet who had been awarded a Purple Heart and Bronze Star, which were both coincidentally destroyed in a house fire along with his uniform and paperwork. But here were his discharge papers, and they clearly stated he was given an other than honorable discharge after 4 years in their motor pool. Not wanting to be seen as the vindictive ex-wife, my mom quietly took the papers and didn't tell anyone for years after my father moved away to a new state to join a militia. When she finally told me while tipsy this past year, we hatched a plan. Over the next few months, we snooped on social media to make a list of his former and current employers, family, major friends that we knew of, and his new church. She enlisted our extended family and I my college friends from all over the country. In November, we each purchased Veteran Days cards and wrote out messages such as Stolen Valor, Motor Pool, Pretender, etc. Everyone attached a photocopy of the page listing his discharge, and then we sent them on the same day from the nearest major cities with the return address listed as his current church. They arrived on or around Veterans Day from Atlanta, Orlando, Washington, D.C., New York, St. Louis, Kansas City, Seattle, Portland, L.A., Houston, Ontario, London, and Edinburgh. Immediately, my mother was inundated with calls/emails from people who had no idea and couldn't believe he would lie like that, and were sorry for not believing her/my brother. My dingus dad sent a nasty email implying horrible things if he could ever prove my mother did this, which she forwarded straight away to her lawyer along with the nasty letters from his more vocal supporters. Now, people in our hometown look at her as the battered spouse who walked out with her head held high, rather than that girl who divorced such a godly man. My little brother has no idea we did this. He didn't want anyone to confront my father, but later told me he got a random call from our old pastor apologizing for kicking him out of the church over my father's lies. And I can finally sleep well at night with the knowledge that his reputation is in shambles by our hands. Revenge truly is a dish best served cold. I'm glad OP could get his revenge. However, I'm just curious what town he was from, where no one ever questioned his father's credentials. Also, I wonder how much longer he lasted at that militia. If anyone there found out he lied about this, it definitely wouldn't have been a good look for him. That concludes this episode of Prorevenge. If you enjoyed, please comment, like, and subscribe, as this really helps my channel grow and incentivizes me to continue making more videos. Also, I'm going to be releasing videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you turn on notifications so you can be notified for my next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.